Hi guys, today's video you'll be learning how to make this beautiful trending ankara style mixed with ashoke. It is very easy to make. I used 4 yards of ankara and my fabric is neatly folded into 4. Next, I rule my starting line. On the starting line, I impute neck width 3.5 inches, neck depth for the back 1 inch. Neck depth for the front 6.5 inches. The front neck depth is a square shape neckline. I curve the back neckline first, then I mark the front neck depth, which is a square shape neckline. I measured 1.5 inches for the shoulder slope and I connect it to the neck width. For the sleeve opening, I measured 12 inches. My gown length is 65 inches including hemming allowance. For the body of the bubu, you can decide to have a straight cut or a cowl shape depending on your preference. But I'm going to mark the body to have a little cowl shape. So what I did, I measured from my shoulder down to 38 inches. At that point, I impute my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 3 inches. The total width at the lower part is 16 inches. I impute that 16 inches straight down to the hem, then I rule that into a straight line. I'm going to be having side slits. I measured 15 inches upward for my side slits. Then from the sleeve opening, I draw a little cowl shape to blend with the 16 inches measurement at the lower part. Just a little cowl shape. Please note, this is absolutely optional. You can decide to have a straight cut for yours. So before cutting it out, I added joining allowance to the shoulder. After that, I cut it out. I first of all cut out the back neckline, the shoulder slope, and I cut the rest of the body. After cutting, I removed the back bodies, then I cut the front neckline. Before cutting the front neckline, I place a piece of fabric for the facing beneath the bodies and I cut the neckline together. The bodies and the facing, I place it, making sure that the folded edge is aligned, and I cut the neck depth together. I also cut out facing for the back neckline. After cutting, I'm going to iron interfacing to the wrong side of the fabric, then I will use the facing to turn the neckline. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the back bodies. After sewing the facing to the neckline, following the shape, remember to notch and top stitch on the neckline. I've already turned the neckline with the facing, as you can see. So next thing to do, I'm going to take my ashoke. I'm using the leftover of ashoke that I have. I folded the bodies into two and marked the midpoints. That's the midpoint. So I'm going to use my shoulder measurement as guideline. From the midpoint, I measure to one side 8.5 inches, to the other side 8.5 inches. In total is 17 inches. That's my shoulder measurement. So the length of the ashoke that I cut out is 17 inches. I'm going to top stitch the ashoke to the bodies. After top stitching the ashoke to the bodies, I'm going to cut 2 long strips of ashoke that is going to be starting from the shoulder down to any length of my choice. So at this point, the long strip, you can cut out any length of your choice. You can make it short, you can make it 3/4, you can even make it long to the hemline. Please note, you will first of all top stitch the first ashoke to the neck depth. Just place it on the neck depth and top stitch at the upper part and lower part. After that, you will cut your desired length of ashoke. I cut out 35 inches for mine. Then I'm going to place it starting from the shoulder. I'll place it to cover the first ashoke. Then I'm going to stitch it down. I'll top stitch this long strip starting from the shoulder down to where the first ashoke is. I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side. The rest of the long strips will be free. Then for the edge of the strip, I'm going to fold it inward 1/2 inch twice and stitch it down. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side. The edge, fold it 1/2 inch twice and stitch it down. After that, I will join the front bodies and the back bodies together. After that, I'm going to cut out band for the edge of my sleeve. I will sew the sides, hem the down part, give it a good press, and that's about it for today's tutorial. This is the final outcome of today's tutorial. As you can see, it is absolutely easy to make. We've come to the end of today's tutorial, guys. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also remember to click the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Bye for now.